That's it. We got that chaos thing down.
You know, a question about the girls, because they're fairly, you know, they're newcomers.
Yes.
And I just want to know, what made you kind of say, hey, I want them?
Jordana Brewster is one of the most beautiful women on screen. I'd seen her in The Faculty, I'd seen her in the 60s, and I knew she was a fine actress. I also like the fact that her mother was Brazilian and her father was a Protestant American. And I felt that that mixed combo that's so intriguing in her was a good bridge between playing Vin Diesel's sister and Paul Walker's love interest. When I saw an early cut of Girl Fight, I thought Michelle Rodriguez was like no actress I'd ever seen before. She was a new kind of woman, animal and young and tough and vulnerable and beautiful but not classic.
Ready? Here we go.
Oh, Rob just had to do this. This is an ego thing, ladies and gentlemen.
I desperately wanted her in the film so badly that we basically created the part for her, and she's so talented that we kept expanding it. And if I have one regret in the movie, and it's only this, that I couldn't make her part even bigger.
Actually, she was a complete slut when I came across her. And I talked to Rob, and he has a very open mind to exploring new realms with characters, and it was cool because I think there was enough of those kind of girls in the film. And it's true, in that world, you know, there are a lot of chicks that are all about, you know, getting with the fastest guys. And the thing is, there's so many women out there who really bust their butts to build their own cars and to race them. And, you know, for them to get respect, it's hard, you know. So I thought that maybe bringing a character that's feminine, or dresses feminine, and that's strong, and that knows her, you know, would, I think, be welcomed, I think, in a Hollywood film, finally.
You got him to clean it up a lot then, obviously. He said, okay, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to be the hoochie just out doing stuff.
That's true. I mean, some people really like that, and, you know, I mean, whatever your forte is, you know, it's just, I feel that it's been exploited too much, and I don't want to play that.
Baby, hey, baby. You should be watching from the side. I wouldn't want to get any exhaust on that pretty face.
How about you put your money where your mouth is? It'll be too large. Right here, right now. What's it gonna be?
You got it.
I think Michelle Rodriguez probably plays one of the toughest characters you've ever seen in a movie. You know, I mean, from knocking out a guy to having some of the coolest driving sequences, and she's just a tough, I think, really cool character. And so I think there's plenty in it for girls. I think girl power-wise, you know, I know they're getting their shouts in there.
Another one bites the dust.
Come on, what do you got? What you got?
See ya!
Jumping behind the wheel of a car wasn't as easy for Jordana Brewster.
I got my license for the movie. Thank God, because otherwise I would have never gotten my license ever. So I was always scared of driving. I don't like it. I don't like having control over a car and having my life in my own hands. I feel like it's too risky.
When you kind of got the script, you're okay, the Fast and the Furious, race cars and all this stuff, were you like, well, that's not really up my alley?
Well, it's not up my alley, but that's the great thing about being an actress is you just get to fake it. And I get to, like, look cool in a car, even though, like, if I'm really driving with friends, they're, like, scared to death that we're going to get in some sort of an accident. And then I really wanted to work with Paul, and I really wanted to work with Vin. So that was a big part of the draw, too.
Then you got a nice little love scene, and you know, Paul, he's not bad looking.
No, Paul's a great looking guy, and he's super sweet too. So it was really easy to shoot those scenes. Really, really easy. It's not like I had to fake, you know, an attraction or any of that. So, no, my brother likes you. Usually doesn't like anybody.
Yeah, he's a complicated guy.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm simpler.
You're a liar.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
There's a problem.
What's that?
You need to get some sleep. And you definitely need a shower. Come on. I'll take you home. The most challenging thing was being a tough girl. I mean, Rob kept telling me he wanted me to be tough, he wanted me to be gritty, he wanted me to be earthy, so he had me watch all these Anna Magnani movies, and that was the toughest thing for me because I'm not used to that at all. I'm very sort of girly, so I kept working on that, and Rob kept reminding me over and over again, and at the end of the day, you know, I tried to strike a balance.
Yeah, well, if I were a guy, though, you would automatically assume that I was going to be a doctor, right?
Yeah, I'm basically your average sexist priest level.
Yeah, well, speaking of, it's my brother that wants to be a doctor. He doesn't quite grasp the idea that first he's got to get into college, get straight A's, and then apply to medical school.
You and Georgiana were like two of the only girls, really. I mean, there were other girls like kind of around, but it was pretty much you with all these guys. Was that cool? Were you like, yeah, or did you kind of wish there were more girls
I
around?
love it. I embraced it, man. Come on. It's beautiful. It's fun because it's like playing with egos all day, you know? It's pretty great. I mean, they love cars and they love to goof off. And then we were hanging out with the drag racers and sitting there playing video games in their cars and listening to sound systems and then looking around at beautiful pieces of artwork, basically. I mean, there were hundreds of cars there that we could entertain ourselves with and play with all day, you know, while we hurry up and wait.
This train's starting to look better than yours, Dom.
I'm done with this ride. It will be the fastest on the street.
I hope you can handle it.
I'm a little more sedate and a little more quiet and shy, and all the guys would just constantly be, you know, either like, you know, pretend beating each other up, or like, you know, making practical jokes with each other, or like making fun of each other. And, you know, when they would pick on me, I would just kind of, you know, run away and hide in my trailer because I didn't necessarily have any great comebacks. Michelle, though, Michelle has a very dry sense of humor, and she would usually get them back pretty good.
Jordana said also that you guys were kind of practical jokers. So what kind of stuff were you guys doing?
Well, see, now if I tell you this, people are going to know who did it. So I don't know if I should go for it. All right, well, I'll break it down like this. My thing is, you know, sitting around that set, you want to, you know, you got to mix it up. You got to keep it fun. So whenever I find a camera sitting around, my favorite thing is, you know, you pick it up and you got to take a photo of something semi-obscene, you know, like maybe like someone's bare butt or, you know, something like that. And you put the camera back, not, you know, letting them on to, like, who took the photo. So that way there when they go to develop their film, it's like there's a bare ass.
You're lucky that 100 shot of Nas didn't look like I said.
It seems like they all got along, though. When you cast them, were you looking for the chemistry on screen, but also thinking, hey, these guys will probably be able to hit it off screen as well?
I'm not very interested in what happens off screen. In fact, I prefer that they don't socialize. Really? Because then they're usually ganging up on me. But I like the idea that there's mutual respect among the cast, but that the friendships off screen, the love affairs off screen, are not to interfere with the picture.
The love affairs off screen? Which love affairs?
The love affairs that always go on.
Okay.
The affairs between man and car, man and woman.
Oh, those love affairs.
Filmmaker and movie. Those love affairs.
Gotcha. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, that'd be better.
I just wanted to know that she and I are getting married. We want to announce it to the press soon.
He's a funny guy.
All those rumors about her and Brad Pitt are overrated.
Have a good one, Rob. It was great working with you.
Ciao.